welcome back to another episode of The Scroll. Once again, I am Lilac Boots, and I am here with my wonderful, wonderful co-host, Frank Grouch. What's up, Frank?
What's up, guys, dweebs, dorks, nerds, and geeks? How y'all doing?
Yeah, so, this week, big, sort of semi-big topic this week, but also I just wanted to go over, just how the whole summer gaming vibe is sort of dwindling to an end. Um, so basically, we're just gonna start off with all the summer games, the vibes, all of that is finally over. So there will be some releases. Actually, no, sorry, these games actually just released this weekend. So Fable got rebooted. The original Fable. I'm gonna download it at some point. But so Playground Games basically decided to take all of Peter Molyneux's freaking promises and decided to put it into practice. So they rebooted that. Hopefully, with the success of this, we'll get remastered versions of the rest of the series. But yes, so the original Fable has gotten rebooted. I think it came out Friday, the 25th. Yeah, Friday. Next, that same Friday, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach came out. And then Mario and Luigi Brothership, a new RPG for you Nintendo people. As I know I don't cover much Nintendo, but that's only just because I don't have a Nintendo console. So, but first, I just want to say I'm definitely going to be playing Fable at some point once I get through all the stuff I wanted to get through. I managed to get through this demo that I've been meaning to play. It's really short, but it was worth it. The game is called Inkombini, which is basically, if you don't know, Konbini is the Japanese phrase for basically like a corner store or a convenience store. And you're basically playing as a young lady who's just covering certain shifts from her aunt before she goes back to school in the fall. And yeah, you're like stocking the shelves and just taking care of customers and stuff like that. It's 3D, which is cool. I like the story. It was just really short. You didn't really get a chance to like stock much or help like many customers. It was just like the one customer. But I mean, it was a demo, so I really wasn't expecting. I usually when I play demos, I expect the shit to cut off in like 2 seconds. So but anyway,
that's that trauma from the old days of gaming where your demo was literally just one level.
Yeah.
And like you hope that you didn't beat it too quick and you never knew when it ended, and then like you would get to the end and be like, yeah, this is dope.
Mm-hmm.
And they load up the screen and you think you're going to the next level, and then it's thank you for playing our demo. Please purchase our game next month. Damn it! Give me more. Tony Hawk still has the best demo because the warehouse level was the best demo level.
Nice.
Because you could do whatever you wanted in the warehouse. You only had but like one character, but you literally could do the warehouse before the game. It was really cool. Anyway, go ahead.
No problem. But yeah, so I actually was gonna ask you. So as far as Death Stranding 2, were you planning on playing that, or I mean, I'm not, on the Sony side either because I don't have a PS5. But you planning?
I mean, I could say I'm planning on it, but I just finished Final Fantasy 16, and I gotta get through 3 RGG Studios RPGs before I even touch the first Death Stranding. So like maybe. I'm not interested in the game. Like I'm curious about it, and I'm very interested to see what it does. And I might just do what I've been doing, and it's just like I want to see what this game is about. Easy mode, follow the story. I'm not searching for nonsense, and then I'll get through it. But Death Stranding 2 looks so over the top. Like I think dude had a guitar solo in the preview. I'm just like, what the hell is going on? So I'm very curious about it. I want to do it. I have to get through. Technically, I don't have to get through the RGG Studios games, but I at least got to get through Death Stranding 1. And I don't know if I want to play that right now. So, but I'm thinking about it. So
that's fair. Also, what I was going to say was, Yeah, that's really random. I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on the guitar solo thing. um, but yeah, I mean, I hope whoever is getting it or has gotten it or whatever the case, I hope you're enjoying it right now. Um, remember those two games, Fable and Death Stranding 2, both came out just this past Friday. So
Hmm.
you'll be able to get those. And for you Nintendo people, really quick, I just wanted to say congratulations, because the Nintendo Switch 2 is now the best-selling console ever, like ever. Just congratulations to all you Nintendo lovers out there. I
Is
just
that price wise or is that units moved?
that is a great question. I think it's price-wise. I think.
I mean, do you adjust for inflation? Because I mean, what? How much was the Switch 2? Was it like $300, $400, something like that?
Something like that. I'll
That's
send
weird.
you what
I
what
don't
I
know, man. I
found.
don't want to get into that. I didn't do the research. I'm gonna do that next week. We'll talk about that next week.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But yeah, it was announced that it was the best selling console ever. So congratulations to y'all. Um, it was in combination, and then also in that same breath, the people who purchased it, the top selling game. No, sorry, 87% of the people that bought Nintendo Switch 2s also bought Mario Kart. So that was like the top selling, the most recent Mario Kart. So that was like the top selling game. And then after that was Cyberpunk, and then I forgot what the third one was. But yeah, they mentioned like the top three games that also sold with that console. But since all of you who bought the Nintendo Switch 2 and who obviously love Mario Kart 2, I mean, sorry, Mario Kart, I'm pretty sure you're gonna love this new RPG that just came out for with Mario Luigi. Also, really quick, I just want to say this was brought up to me. I was gonna make this into a whole segment, but I don't know enough, or rather, I haven't been playing the series enough to really get into y'all. But a good, very, very good friend of mine, I'm not gonna say his name, but I like to call him a Pokemon master, okay? Because my man has had all his Pokemon from day one. Like he saved all of his games. Like he when Pokemon Home became a thing, he made sure he uploaded all his Pokemon there, so he'd always have them. This is a good, really good friend of mine. Now apparently everybody started wilding out on Twitter. I want to say what, like a couple of days ago. So I had to text him and be like, "What is everybody's problem?" Because I don't, I haven't played Pokemon like since Pokemon Moon, I think, or rather that was like my last attempt. I didn't even beat Pokemon Moon. Like I have it, but I haven't like beaten it. So that was like the last time I like attempted to even play a Pokemon game. And it was more of the typical, people don't like change and they just want to whine about every little thing and all this other stuff. And it's like, so I looked up like what the latest like releases for Pokemon were, and it looked like the same thing that's always been coming out, like a new, not a new generation of Pokemon, but just like that same style of game. I think you guys got like another Pokemon RPG separate from the standard, catch Pokemon game RPG. And then like some other shit, and I'm just saying here, like I don't see anything here different than what always gets announced every year. So what the hell is
What
y'all
I heard,
problem?
what I heard was that the Pokedex that you have in the
Yeah.
vault from the old Pokemon all the way up to the Switch, none of those can go over with you. That's what I heard the complaints were about. So all the Pokemon you have from Game Boy Red and Red,
Uh
Yellow,
huh.
Blue, Green, whatever the fuck color Roy-G Biv Pokemon back in the day,
Mhm.
all that shit you brought up to Silver, to Moon, to Heart Gold, to
Mhm.
X, Y, all of that
Mhm.
isn't coming with you to the Switch too. That's what I heard the biggest issue was with the Pokemon. I don't know if that was a misnomer or if
Mhm.
that was reconciled. I didn't look into it because I don't
Mhm.
play Pokemon, so I'm like, that's a shame.
Right.
I hope they fix that. But like, that's what I heard the big hullabaloo was about. Was they didn't bring up, they somehow stopped the vault from being crossplay over to the
Mhm.
next generation of Nintendo, and that's why people are mad.
Well, here's my thing about that. Even if that was the case, that's not like you're losing the Pokemon that you had. So, like I said, there was a you if you were following the series from at least when it got to like the 3DS, I think, and then after that, if you had Pokemon Home, you could upload all the Pokemon that you ever had there. So it's not like you're losing your Pokemon. You just can't bring them with you to the new game. So like, stop being a scrub and just play the damn game. Just play the new
I
game.
mean,
It's not
I
that
don't. I
serious.
don't think they should let you bring them over from the first Pokemon anyway, because it's kind of weird that you're starting a new. Like, there's two sides of what I'm about to say. I think
Mhm.
it was weird that you brought them over from the first Pokemon all the way up because
Mhm.
you're starting a new game in the same universe.
Mhm.
Which also leads me to say, Pokemon is the Madden of weebs because
Mhm.
why are we getting a new game every year for the same thing?
Mhm.
You're adding new Pokemon, which is just adding new draft classes, which is just like the NBA 2K of Pocket Monsters. It's
Right.
weird. Y'all like, and this is not a knock on Pokemon. Y'all should just make one game and just be like, hey, Pokemon, and then like Pokemon Game Boy, Pokemon Game Boy Advance, Pokemon GameCube, Pokemon 64, Pokemon Game, what was it, Wii U,
Mhm.
Pokemon Switch, like that. Not like multicolored rainbow nonsense. This is your Pokemon game for this generation, and we're moving on to the next generation. That's how I think they should have did it because they constantly add Pokemon, and now they absolutely should do that because now you have the option of downloadable content where it's like, hey, we're adding 75 new Pokemon. Here you go.
Mhm.
Don't even worry about getting a new game. Just buy this $10 Pokemon pack, and you get yourself a whole bunch of like new random monster pocket monster things. I think that's how they. I would do it that way. Like Pokemon. I know I'm not a fan of live service, but one of the things that could do with being live service would be Pokemon.
Right.
If you, as long as you do it the right way and not
Mhm.
like the very obvious money grab way. Like, look, Pokemon is Pokemon, but
Right.
your live service is like the $10 you would pay for, whatever nonsense live services. You get the $10 Pokemon pack, and it's like one Pokemon of each type, or like two Pokemon of each type, just dropped in the game. And like sometimes you can breed some of them to make new monsters, and it you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I get it. My whole thing is just that being a restriction of you not being able to take your Pokemon with you to the next thing is not a new thing. And also, you never know. It could just be for now. Maybe later
It's
on
not
they'll.
new, but because they fixed it and
Mhm.
allowed you to bring all your Pokemon over from the original generation all the way up,
Mhm.
it's like, hey, why couldn't you just build this in?
I guess, but it's like I just feel like that's a bunch of scrubs whining, and it's like just start the game over from the beginning. I'm sorry that your Pokemon is level 1 at the beginning of the game, like it was intended to be. Just it's not that serious. Like it was never ever that serious. Yeah, y'all have the same shit every year. This being a restriction is also not new. They've done this before. Like it's just I was just people will stop being ungrateful. Like if you don't like it, don't buy the new game and just keep playing the old ones. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like I just you know. Anyway, that was just my quick little rant on you, Pokemon people. It's not that serious. Just play the game and enjoy it. You're gonna like it anyway. Anyway, next. So, next segment, I wanted to talk about something that's pretty deep. And the subject matter technically kind of supersedes gaming, but the reason I even found out about it is because I read an article about Steam having like explicit games on there, and it's a complex issue only just because it's like you don't have to play those games if you don't want to. But basically what happened was Steam had removed like sexually explicit games from their platform after it got pressure from this anti-pornography group. So the whole thing is like it's a whole complex thing about like censorship, corporate policy, and like creative freedom and yada yada yada. Okay, here's the thing, just so people understand what happened. So the group is called Collective Shout. They're an Australian group that campaigns against what they feel like is sexually exploitive content. So they have a history of targeting
This
video
is
games.
such a big conversation.
Yeah,
Keep
it
going.
is.
No, this is so much.
It is. So they have a history of targeting video games. They've done this before with GTA 5. And they believe that there's like a direct link between violent or explicit digital content and actual real world harm. It's not a new topic. This happened when GTA 3 came out like 20 years ago. So, 25 years ago, I should say. Now, what the group is claiming is that they're basically taking credit for Steam's like recent crackdown on their on like the sexually explicit games, but their strategy wasn't just to target Steam. They wanted to mainly target like payment processors, so like Visa, Mastercard, um, whatever other major like financial company. Like that's what they were trying to do. So this is like a very common and often like effective tactic for like pressure groups. So it's like if you can convince the companies that handle the money that a platform is selling objectionable quote unquote material, then those payment processors can threaten to pull their services. So that would be obviously financially devastating for a store like Steam or anyone else. Now, what Steam did was, in fact, they did remove a number of sexually explicit games and changed its rules to give payment processors more say in defining what constitutes adult content. So this is like a big shift because for years, Steam's policy was more hands off. They were like allowing adult content as long as it was properly labeled and not illegal. But now it seems like they're sort of kowtowing to some of that control to like financial institutions, most likely just to avoid any disruption in like payments and all of that. Um, so here's the thing. So I was surprised that this happened, because like I just said, Steam was always hands off. I don't remember Steam or Valve rather, making any huge, like press conferences or anything like that. Like they're not Nintendo. Like they're not going around having like Nintendo like or Valve Directs every couple of months and saying, "Hey, this is what we're doing. This is the showcase, whatever, whatever." So if you're also surprised at this, I wouldn't be surprised at that because Steam's algorithm doesn't really show those types of games unless you specifically search for them or have like opted into seeing adult content. Me personally, I'm not into that. Like, I'm not into the whole. The best example I could give is like those fucking waifu games with the fucking Japanese girls with the huge titties and all this other shit. Like, I'm just really not into that at all. Like, I know there's like 1,000 of those games, and I'm really just not interested.
I mean, it would make sense for you not to be into it, considering. But like
Right.
okay, look, this is a lot of words I'm going to say. First of all, I do believe that one, we shouldn't normalize everything, and people need to be judged. That is important.
Yes.
That is an important statement to what I'm about to say. Second part of that is, I don't necessarily think I don't think you should kink shame, but there's a
True.
line. Like there's like no like okay, you like feet, cool, that's fine. But like you say you like scat, that's weird. I'm shaming you for that. Why do you like being shit on? And this is taking a turn. And I'm sorry, but like we're in the adult section here, and I gotta tell you, like there's limits to this like old don't kink shame thing, because a lot of the stuff on Steam or the dark Steam is borderline like questionable behavior. Like there's a lot of questionable sexual assault things floating around on there. There's slavery shit. There's like minor stuff like adults and minors. It's like weird, like extremely. You should be probably judged for this, and you should probably be talk to a psychiatrist, something, go to jail, something. But ultimately, and this is the part that I hate having to say, ultimately, it's not real,
right?
And it technically it's an art form, and I fucking hate saying this. I hate it, and like, I need you to understand. I do not support this. Right. I hate it. I believe it should be taken off of Steam. But only because Steam is a public place. If you want to get these games, you should have to go get them from the fucking developer themselves. Like, I'm not saying that I don't think they should exist, but they're going to exist anyway. Rule 34 is a thing. It is a reason that statement exists.
Yep.
And it's terrible, but these things do exist. I don't think that. So this is a couple layers here. I don't think MasterCard and Visa should have a say in what I'm buying unless it's directly harmful to somebody. Like if I go out to the store and I buy a fucking nudie mag of adults, I'm gonna preface this by saying if I go buy a nudie mag with adults in it, you shouldn't know what I'm buying. Like it's not your business. If somebody goes and they actively jump on the black market, whichever black market they find, and it's very clearly that they bought some illegal material, then yes, flag them, go get them. Like it shouldn't be. There's clearly a line of what's legal and illegal. If you have to go onto a VPN, to go onto a black site, to go to a dark store to get what you're looking for, flag this motherfucker's account and send him to jail.
Right.
But if you walk into a fucking reputable like establishment, or you go on Steam and Steam has vetted the game, then you shouldn't be like, oh, nah, you can't buy that. That's fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's lines, and I probably said a lot of words to get to my point, but there are lines involved in this, and like, Steam kind of crossed them and fudged them a little bit, letting everything on there,
Mm-hmm.
and Mastercard and Visa, the payers, pay whatever their title is. They should have been like, hey man, that's too much. Like, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Dudes are weird. Fucking, they stuck in the basement. They have their goon stations,
Right.
and they get the fucking big tittied waifu.
Mm-hmm.
You're barely 21, but you are legal age wife content bullshit from these weird developers. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
It's strange. We should absolutely point and laugh at them and judge the fuck out of them for being strange in society. I get it. But if it's legal content, you can't be mad at what they're buying. I don't like that. That is way too much of an overstep.
Yeah.
Like, there's be a very simple line. Is this something you can legally share with people? Yes. Okay. It's weird, but I'll let you go. But if it's not, arrest that man. You see what I mean? Like,
right.
There's a line there. And I think Steam should have put in place, like, yo, this is some weird shit. We're not allowing it on our store, period. And then you wouldn't have to worry about, hey, we're taking down all the adult games. Because, like, okay, I'm going to use a real promoted adult game, Leisure Suit Larry. Very much.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Kids.
Yeah.
Very much creepy 90s white man adult humor bullshit, titties. It's a bad game, objectively. But it's an adult game.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, man, if you're into this shit, good for you. But you're weird, but like, hey, it's still adults. You know what I mean? Like, it's a strange line, but like a lot of, I don't know, I'm spinning off to a tangent, but essentially, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it is illegal based on the content, get it out of here. But if it's legal based on content, don't tell me what I can and can't buy. Like, that's overstepping. It's a whole thing. Like, crypto capitalism is weird. It's a lot more discussed in this tech podcast, gaming podcast.
Yeah.
But ultimately, don't tell me what to buy if what I'm buying is in the realm of legal. That's all I'm trying to say.
Right. So, with that being said, so do you feel like Steam is like just a neutral platform, you know, like a bookshelf in a library, or do you feel like the publisher should be held responsible for everything it sells? Because Valve technically historically has leaned towards the platform argument, like, you know, just being a store, not actually advocating for any of the stuff that is on its shelves, quote unquote.
If I walk into a Wawa, or I'm sorry, if I walk into a gas station, because I don't know, not everybody knows what a Wawa is. If I walk into a gas station and I say, hey, I want to buy a pack of cigarettes, right? And they're legally allowed to sell those cigarettes because it's not an illegal item. But if I'm underage, it is not my responsibility to stop me from buying those. It is the responsibility of the store.
Right.
So like, if you walk into an adult content store, if I could walk into an adult store today, and it's like, hey man, if I walk to the counter and I say, hey man, do you have any, like, some of the stuff that they show on these Reddit on the Steam store, the very dirty sexual assault and stuff like that, he's going to look at me and be like, no, that's illegal, get out of my store, because the store has a responsibility to know what they're selling to the customer. That's how I look at it. Like, you know what you're allowing. If you see that the shit that you're allowing isn't up to your standards, get it out of there. Like, I'm not going to judge the artist for making the art. That's not. I hate saying that, because I will absolutely judge the artist for making the art. But like, this isn't. Steam could easily be like, no, we're not selling this game, and all this could be avoided. Because why are you selling a game about sexual assault and things like that? Like, the game shouldn't be made. Yes, I agree, but it was made because somebody's deplorable, and there's probably like 7 other people who like that shit. They're all weird. They should be in jail. But the game is made. All right, you don't have to sell it though. Like, that is the store. I believe it's on the store to make the discretion and be like, no, we're not what do you call it? We're not showing this game. We're not selling this game here because we don't want to support this type of community. If this is your community, go somewhere else. Like, we're trying to, like, Steam is, one thing I've known for Steam is they really support the indie game movement, and they back indie gamers a lot, or indie developers a lot, and they try to allow as much as they can. Like, look, this is open, so here you go. But honestly, I think they should be like, no, there's a line, and we're not allowing you to cross this line.
Right.
If the people who like that content happen to be off of the platform, I just feel like it's an overall, like you have to overall be like, hey, look, y'all go over here and like your content over there. We have plenty more people who don't give a shit about that weird stuff that you're into.
Mhm.
We're not selling it. So
Mhm.
I do believe Steam has a responsibility to be like, no. Like they have to draw a line somewhere, because now y'all look like assholes, because like, well, why didn't you just not sell the, like, not promote this content in the first place?
Right.
And it's not promoted, but
Right.
like there's a line, man.
Mhm.
That's all.
Mhm.
There should be a line.
It's funny you mentioned Wawa. I'm gonna bring up a funny story later once we finish about Wawa. Since you mentioned like not a lot of people know what it is, it just reminded me of this funny incident that happened to me like 10 years ago. So I'm gonna bring it up later though. But anyway, sorry. Back to the subject. Okay. So now, so some people, because all of this happened, basically are highlighting like a major concern within the games industry in general. So it's like when pressure groups succeed in like getting like content like that removed, it can create like a chilling effect essentially. So like some developers may start to self-censor, like avoid any mature or controversial themes for like fear of being delisted from the largest PC gaming marketplace in the world, which is Steam. So people feel like this could lead to like a less diverse and creatively interesting landscape for games, which is fine. But my whole thing is, I don't feel like it's a chilling effect because developers technically are self-censoring themselves anyway. Because I'm thinking maybe at least for at least 90% of developers that their games aren't intended to be harmful or disrespectful. So I don't think that this is creating like such a chilling effect that some people may try to think it is. But like you said, yeah, there is a line,
So
but I
the
feel like
thing
everyone's.
becomes,
Go ahead.
my bad. Go ahead. Go no, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was saying I just feel like everyone's still gonna make what they want, and there's no real, not a real, uh, chilling effect. I mean, listen, people complain just because like they see black people in like fantasy shows, and then they scream woke for every little thing, and it has a problem. So I don't think it's a real chilling effect, on the game industry because of this, because it's only specifically for those people that like that stuff. And if like,
Well, it's multifaceted though. Like, so here's the problem. It
mhm,
it is a chilling effect on the gaming industry, because what they're trying to say is we decide, as in like the payors, Mastercard or whoever,
mhm,
we decide what is considered art, right?
okay,
I will use Grand Theft Auto as an example.
okay,
It is a extreme series. It draws a line and kind of mirrors, like a mirror parody of society, and it just trumps everything up to the extreme. In Grand Theft Auto 5, you play as three characters. Y'all know the story. If you don't, one of the characters is Trevor. He is mentally unhinged. Like,
yes,
there's no other
very,
way to describe Trevor
mhm,
other than unhinged. There is a scene in the game, a mission in the game, where you go to an apartment and you essentially, Trevor kills everybody in the apartment and just leaves a bloody teddy bear, and then drives around with the rest of the game with this bloody teddy bear on his truck. That is some unhinged shit, and
mhm,
you don't see the murder happen, but you
mhm,
see the aftermath of it, blood everywhere, and he just kind of like goes on about his business.
mhm,
That is Rockstar's MO. Is something shocking happens in the game. You
mhm,
go to it's in all their games, something goes down. Mastercard is trying to say that they can have the say over what is subjective and what is not in terms of art. They could be like, no, that's not art, that's gratuitous violence. When you could argue that it's gratuitous violence, or you could be like, in terms of the story, this actually kind of fits what he would do. This is some crazy Trevor nonsense, and you don't see the violence take place, but like it's there. It can be misconstrued by
mhm,
those who don't like video games, the
mhm,
people who were trying to say that it was already a bad thing 20, 30 years ago, would be like, oh, this is not art, we don't want to sell this, and it can cripple the gaming industry. The people who are saying allow the adult games in are the ones who want the goon squad is being weird. Your shit should be shut down, but not because it's not art, because
mhm.
it's weird art and it's illegal. You shouldn't have that. Like it's so hard to say that out loud as
Yeah.
someone who believes in art. But like y'all know what I'm saying. That shit is creepy and weird, and you should be judged for it. But you, the payer, can't tell me, the creator, what is art because you don't like what I'm creating. That
Right.
shuts that you. It's already like homogenous is one thing,
Mhm.
but if I, a black developer, want to make a game like Mafia 3
Mhm.
where it depicts actual racism in the South, you're gonna tell me that that's not art because you don't like the fact that it's telling a historically accurate presentation of 1964 Louisiana? Fuck you. Like
I.
it's a really
Mhm.
fucking. I hate this conversation
Yeah.
because it's always the goons that make this happen
Right.
because y'all like stupid, just abhorrent shit.
Yeah.
Like stop, go outside, talk to a human being. Like damn,
I
like please,
actually have
this is a problem.
I actually have a better example than both of those because the first example you gave for GTA 5, you're technically not doing the killing. You just saw it happen. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't really go off of that. And also with the Mafia 3 example, that should actually happen. So like those two things I wouldn't really say is controversial. A better example I think would be in maybe like GTA 3, let's say, let's go back 25 years, you're playing GTA 3 and you find out that you're able to like have sex with the prostitutes like walking in Liberty City, and then you're able to like kill them after just to get your money back. So it's like the stuff like that is what like the player is like actively doing as opposed to like watching like just a scenario of something that's happening. So but my whole thing is that here's the thing. First of all, anybody who just turns the game on just to do that, I feel like that's on the player because that's on you. I mean, it's a
Go to
whole
therapy.
RPG. It's a whole open world. Sorry, it's not RPG, but it's an open world sandbox game where you're playing a hitman for the mafia, and that's basically what the game is. Like, there's no reason for you to turn the game on and just do that. So like that's on the player. That's on the player. And it's the same thing. Another good example is the airport scene from the original Modern Warfare 3. Like that's on that in that particular case is not on well actually no, it still is on the player because you can go through that level without shooting anyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
you don't have to do anything.
you
But
don't have to,
now now those two examples are good because
Mhm.
again, free choice to do whatever you want in Grand Theft
Mhm.
Auto, and you choose to excuse me, you
Mhm.
choose to do some nonsense. You should probably go talk to somebody about why you chose to be bad.
Yeah.
Like the other option I could see that they'd be like, this isn't art, this is just unnecessary would be the Outlast series. I hate the Outlast series.
The
I
horror
don't
game?
I don't yeah, the horror game where
Okay.
you're like exploring the asylum
Right.
with just a camera.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't think
Mhm.
I don't. I have my gripes. I can talk about it all day long, but why I don't like
Mhm.
the Outlast series. But I understand why people do. I get it. I totally understand. It's unsettling. It's weird. I get it. But that's one of those games where they'd be like, oh, this isn't art. This is subjective. This is just gore for gore's sake. I don't believe that this is blah 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 blah. And they
Mhm.
can be like, delist this. And that's why I don't want the oversight of somebody being like, I don't think this is it because what you like and what I like ain't the same. If it's some white dude up there telling me that he doesn't like hip hop, I'm
Mhm.
gonna be mad because I believe hip hop is art. Now we got a problem. I can't get Def Jam Vendetta 2 released on Steam because you don't like rap music. Wait a minute. Like, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
It's a really odd example, but you get what I'm saying here. Like, I'm not. I don't believe the payor should have a say in what the art says. I
Yeah.
do believe the store should.
Yeah.
Like, Steam is at fault for listing this shit
Right.
because you knew this was debaucherous.
And
Like,
you
this
have
is
to look it
insane.
up. You have to look for those games. It's not obviously there when you open Steam. Like you have to search for those types of games too.
Right, and even having a search for them, Steam, you know better. Come
Mhm.
on, man. Like this is not. This is anybody can jump on this store and say that they're 18 years old. It's not hard to fucking spoof the age thing when I go to fucking make a Steam account. Not difficult.
Mhm.
How old am I? 13. If I add 5 to this, I get 18. So I'll just be born in 2007. I'm good to go. And it's like, okay, cool. And they can spoof it and do whatever they want. That doesn't help. Like it's not. You have to take responsibility of being like, hey, we're not going to list these adult. Like I'm not saying all the adult games are bad. I'm saying there's a line. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
I understand that there is some stuff that's it's not for kids. It's
Mhm.
adult, but it's also not like okay. I think it was there was an old people dating simulator that was out.
Yeah.
That's not for kids at all.
Right.
But there's absolutely no like definitive sex or gore. It's just the content, the subject matter is not for children.
Right.
There's one about monsters and dating, something like that. There's another one like there's one about like a dungeon dating. It's very much there's like a daddy game or something like that. All these are not for kids, but they're not heavily sexualized like these stupid the Japanese
waifu games. Yeah.
So like there's a line to which you can have adult content, but Steam was just like let everything through.
Yeah. But also the kids can't really to be honest, it's really on the parents too, because how did that kid even get the money to pay for that game? Like what 10-year-old has a job where they can just go on Steam and just buy whatever they want? Like that's just not no. You know.
No, I mean yes, but if they have like grandparents and parents, you know, they just a lot of times they just throw money at whatever.
That's true. That's very true.
And a gift card don't cost nothing but like $20, and
That's
most
true.
of these adult games is like $5. So like it's not like it's not that hard to acquire if the child really wanted to, but like Steam, you got to do better. Like this is half on you because you allow this shit to be listed. You could just be like, nah, this is not something we will put on our platform. Because it's not like they wouldn't make another platform where you could download these games anyway. Just go to like it's not like you can't find it. It's just you can't find it on Steam. That's all. So I don't know, man. Steam is at fault because they list it when they don't have to. And but I don't want MasterCard to overstep and be like, we determine what is considered art and what you can list now.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Both things are wrong here. But like nobody's more like it's you know, and also like I'm partially like, hey man, you probably shouldn't make this. But
it's a complicated topic.
Yeah.
There's no way we were ever going to find a solution anytime soon. Definitely not within.
Well, the easiest solution is Steam actually taking a second to realize what they're listing. Like that's the first step is like, look, we're not allowing this on our platform.
Yeah, but that still goes against sort of creative freedom, like you mentioned. So it's like,
no, like I said, like if you're pushing some illegal shit, we don't have to support this.
That's true.
This is not like you're like it. Yes, I do agree in creative freedom, but like there's a line. Like you're deliberately trying to use creative freedom to be a fucking sicko.
Yeah,
and
but you also
be judged about it.
Yeah, but also like I said, you have to look for those games. That's stuff that they really pump as soon as you turn on Steam. Like you have to look for those games.
It's not, but still, you're being fucking weird. You should probably not do that. But you did it, so now we're gonna not let you put it up here.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can make it. I mean, it's just like freedom of speech. Creative freedom doesn't mean freedom of consequences.
That's true.
Just because you make it doesn't mean it has to be produced.
That's true.
Like I've seen art all the time getting created. It's like this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. You should not have made. Like, so I moderate an art group, and I see shit all the time where it's like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. You should not have made this. Like, you have the freedom to create this. You have the freedom to create, and you made this. You decided to make this. All right, good job. But nobody should see this ever. So get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad you made it, but like, we're not showing it to anybody. Like, you have the freedom to create, but we have the freedom to choose not to support that weird ass creation that you made. Plain and simple. That's the best way I can describe it. Yeah, you made it, but like, we don't gotta like it. That's the easiest way I can explain it. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
That's fair.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, like I said, it's a really complicated and long topic, especially since they decided to get like the payment processors involved. But yeah,
that
it's
made it messier than anything.
Steam. Yeah. So, but yeah, you guys, you know, everybody that's listening, if you want to let us know your thoughts on, you know, like the content crackdown, just, you know, I'll put up a poll, on Spotify. If you listen through Spotify, I'll put up a poll and just, you know, just tell me what you think, you know, about this topic. It's a really long topic. All right, next. So I am excited for our next segment. So it's basically a review, of a game called Hell Clock. Now this game totally took me by surprise. I was minding my business just on the internet, and I was just happening to look at the, just the general news. I wasn't even looking at like specifically gaming news. And I seen this article about a game called Hell Clock, and I was like, oh, this looks cool. So open the article, taking a look around, and I'm like, oh, this looks really fun. And me being, if you don't know, by now I'm like a big history nerd. Um, when I played it, when I opened the store page on Steam, and it said that it was basically like, okay, so gaming wise, it's basically Hades. If you've ever played Hades, that's basically what the game is. It's like action RPG that's very similar to Hades. Now, when I went to the store page though, and I saw the premise where it was based on like it was an incident that happened in like colonial Brazil way back when, called the War of Canudos or the Canudos Massacre, depending on whose side you're on. Um, and I saw that the game was based off of that historical event. I was like, oh, okay, I have to play this. so, um, so when I started putting the game on or whatever, it showed the intro and everything. It showed well, first it's an isometric action RPG, so like basically similar to, like I said, Hades or Diablo. You know, if you play either of those games, I think you'll like this game. So it's set in colonial Brazil. The story basically begins when there's like this cursed eclipse that casts itself onto the land, and like the land is in a state of like perpetual twilight, and it's unleashing like mythical creatures. They're all basically zombies so far. But mind you, I only played maybe like a good half an hour, 45 minutes of it, so I'm nowhere near finished with the game. But you're basically getting attacked by like zombies in like a dungeon. It's like a dungeon crawler type of thing, which is why I said it's like Hades. So your character is chosen by the sun god Inti. So you basically have to your goal is to restore the balance of time. So you have like a certain amount of minutes for each I guess run through or dungeon run or whatever the case, for each level. And now as far as like the gameplay mechanics, so the classes in the game are inspired by like the Brazilian folklore. So please don't shoot me if I'm pronouncing this wrong. I don't speak Portuguese. so the Cangaceiro is a gunslinger. The Capoeirista is a melee fighter that uses rhythmic combos, and the Page or Paje is a shaman who commands spirits and natural forces. So those are the classes. The one I chose was the Cangaceiro, which is the gunslinger. That one was the most fun for me. I'm always with the like the roguelike type classes. I always end up doing those in any game I play. So as far as like the loot and crafting, so the loot system is kind of cool. You get you get powerful items from like materials that you harvested from like the beasts that you killed. And the mythical beasts, if you're familiar with Brazilian folklore, it's the Curupira, Saci, and Boitata are the beasts that you're killing. So here's what makes the game a little bit unique. So it has a mechanic where like as you defeat major bosses, you collect gears that allow you to turn the clock forward, changing the time of day. So different times reveal new paths, enemies, quests, and then basically it's encouraging you to revisit like certain areas. So the replay value is just godlike. It just you can go back and redo like that same dungeon because it's gonna change what paths you need to take and what beasts you need to defeat and so on and so forth. Now here's, in my opinion, what works. So the setting is obviously, like I mentioned before, I'm a history nerd, so the setting is really, really unique. I don't think there's any games that I can think of that's based on anything having to do with Brazil. The art is beautiful. I really like it. The combat is really fluid. It's not like, I don't know how to explain it. Like there's some cooldowns that stop you from like shooting at a certain point, but once you get like into the rhythm of the game, it's really good. The Capoeirista class, that class sort of, I think that's the best class in this game, even though I personally prefer the Cangaceiro. But that's all, that is just wonderful. So only thing is that I didn't get to the end, but what I was told is that like the end game content is a little bit thin and like the inventory management is a little bit weird. I didn't get that far, but that's what I'm hearing so far. But right now, I just love it. I think that the game is a breath of fresh air. And for like its setting and like the world changing mechanic alone, I just think everybody should at least try it. And I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 10. So
Okay.
that's basically my unique take on that. I think everybody should try it. But like I said, if you like Diablo or Hades, please give it a chance. It's really good. I thought I made it in time where I could just get the demo, and just try it that way. But I decided to take a chance and just buy it, and I'm glad I did because it's really fun. It's a really fun game. So, yes. That's all I had to say about that.
I just watched a little trailer on it. I hope it makes the console because it looks fun.
Yes.
I will play it. It looks like it, and like the way the combat looks, it looks like doesn't look. I mean, yes, it's very Hades inspired, but it's just I mean, that's to say that Hades isn't the only roguelike, but it's very It's 100% a roguelike, and I would play the fuck out of it if it made it the console.
Yes. Sorry. Shout out to Arara Studios. They're a Brazilian indie developer, and they're the ones who came up with this game. You guys did a wonderful job. I'm having so much fun. If you've seen my tweets in the last week and a half, you can tell I've been having fun because I keep fucking tweeting about it. Or see me on Blue Sky, I keep talking about it. First time I went down there, I got my ass beat, but it doesn't matter because I had fun and I went back and I won, so it doesn't matter. So, all right. Frank, did you have anything else you wanted to say before we go to commercial?
No.
All right. So we're gonna have a very unique segment once we get back. So we'll be right back. And we're back. All right, so now we have an interesting segment. We're gonna call this gaming confessions. Okay, so we're just gonna talk about maybe some hot takes, maybe some controversial takes. Honestly, I don't care. It's my show. You can say whatever you want. I may judge you though. I'm just saying, depending on what you say, Frank, I may judge you. So, alright, so first question. What is a universally beloved, critically acclaimed game that you just could not get into?
Elden Ring.
Okay, that's fair though, because that game is hard. That game is hard. This is a hard game.
I mean, it's ultimately the whole Soul series for me, and
Okay.
games similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you want the game to beat your ass so bad? Like, why is that fun to you? I don't want that. Life beats my ass every day.
Exactly.
I can't fight back. I don't
Exactly.
want that when I turn on the game.
Exactly.
I want to. I give a little bit of a challenge is fine,
Mm-hmm.
but fuck the Souls series, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good on that. Y'all got it. I respect you for playing it. I don't want it. Keep it away from me.
All right.
And yes, I have tried. This is not like you never tried. I have tried. Tried it 6 times.
6 times.
Not doing it.
That's more than I would have given it. I would have did it twice and like, nah, I'm good. All right, for me, a universally beloved, critically acclaimed game. I have to say, like every fucking.
My other one is Final Fantasy VII.
Okay. Well, that's fair because if you're not into like the story, it's like you're not gonna want to play the RPG, so it's like whatever.
I love RPGs.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you don't like the story, if you don't like that particular story,
I couldn't even get into the story.
But that's what I mean.
It just didn't click. I mean, all right, whatever. I don't care. Like Chrono Trigger pulled me in because I'm like, why did this girl get sucked into this time portal? Holy shit!
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just like, why are we fighting a train? I don't care.
Why are we fighting a train? Alright. I probably have this for me. It'd have to be like I'll try any game once, but I just any 2K Madden sports shit, I can't do it. I just can't. And I like it's not like against the sport because I like football and I like baseball. I don't like basketball, so I'm definitely never playing 2K. But I like football and baseball, but I can't play the games based on football. I just can't do it. I can't. I'm sorry. I would rather go outside and play those games. Like the only sports games I'll play is maybe like extreme sports like snowboarding or like skateboarding or like some shit that I know that I can't pick up in 2 seconds. I'll play the video game version of that. But like basketball and like football and I'll go outside. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. It's too bad.
No, that's fine. Actually, that's fine.
I'm trying to think. I don't know what. I mean, I'm sure there's another critically acclaimed game that I can't take that everybody loves, but I just can't think of it now. I just know that I'm not into the sports shit. I just can't do it, and they release them every year. I just can't do it.
Like Pokemon.
Yeah, but I can do Pokemon. I just don't have time. I like Pokemon.
No,
I just don't have
I'm
time.
just making a joke.
Oh.
Because they're the same concept.
Alright, what's your most memorable rage quit story?
I don't have memorable rage quit stories because if I rage quit, I don't want to remember it. I'm trying to think. I'm going through like my old collection to see if there's anything I can remember. Probably Deathloop.
Okay.
I think I died like one more time and then like I immediately uninstalled the game. I'm not playing this shit no more. Then I tried to go back and like follow a guide and then died again. I'm not playing this shit no more. It's stupid. So I ended up just like I know it's a pretty good game. That's cool. Y'all doing too much. I can't fight this dude now. I gotta wait until like the nighttime to get the power to come back tomorrow morning. But it's actually yesterday. I'm not doing that. Put this shit line me up straightforward. I don't want to talk about it right now. I'm old, man. My gaming time is not to be confusing. I don't. I don't want to think too hard anymore. Right. Playing a game. Like, it was fun. I like Thief. Thief was cool. Dishonored is cool. They're straightforward. I don't have to deal with timey-wimey nonsense. But timey-wimey nonsense, I'm good.
Alright. I technically have two. But they're not like huge stories. They were just like it's rage quitting. So once I get mad, that's the end of the story. So let me see. The one that I can think of that first comes to mind is Mafia 3.
Why'd you rage quit Mafia 3?
Because, and this is a really superficial reason. It's a really superficial reason, so I know you're gonna judge me. So, I'm playing a game or whatever, and this is coming off, and just for context, this is just coming off of Mafia 2, and I hated the ending of Mafia 2. Like, I hated the ending from Mafia 2. I liked the game, I hated that ending. The ending was trash. Anyway, so I started the game or whatever, and then I was just like, okay, we're just getting into the story or whatever, and the dude comes back from military, wherever the fuck he comes from. I don't even remember where he comes from, because I just got so annoyed. Okay, thank you. Vietnam or whatever. He's going home.
And Korea, one of those two wars.
Or whatever, yeah, it really doesn't matter, because I don't even know if I'm going to pick it up again, because listen, this is a really superficial reason, but I really do not like the main character. He's annoying. I don't like his face. I don't like his skin. His skin looks like he has eczema on it all the time. I hate his hair. Like, I just don't like looking at him. Like, looking at him just irritates the shit out of me. And I think I was playing the mission where I think I was in the soup kitchen or whatever helping. I'm like volunteering, everybody's chill or whatever, and then the Haitian people come in and they just start shooting up the place, and I'm sitting there like, alright, listen, we're not about to shoot up soup kitchens. Like, I'm not doing this, okay? It's bad enough I don't like the way the main character looks, but we're not doing this. And I got annoyed and I turned it off. I'm sorry.
So he didn't even die in your story, did he?
No, I just didn't like his face, and I wouldn't have cared if he died. That's how much I just didn't like the main character.
You should play through that game. Actually, if you got the version that was late, you should have all the DLC. You can change his outfit later on. It changes his hair.
It's not the outfit. It's just the face of. It's just his face, which you can't change, and his hair.
I appreciate that he was like a regular face guy. Like, he just looked like a dude who lived in the 50s and 60s. I appreciated that. I thought it was a better aesthetic than like a pretty, handsome main character. But with that being said, you should beat that game. Like, get past the nonsense and just go through it. Trust me.
I just couldn't do it because
and really then good.
And you know what's funny? Because I told Brett the same thing the other day, but I was going ham when I told him. I'm not even gonna repeat what I said in the text where I was talking to Brett, man. But he was just like, "You're OD, and this is what the actual VA looks like." So he sent me the picture of like the voice actor that plays him, and I was like, that doesn't help at all because I don't like how the voice actor looks. So what are we talking about right now? And I was going on this huge rant about how it's not fair because when guys play video games, they get all the big titty women with long hair and all this other bullshit. But when I want to look at a guy, he has eczema face. Like, what the fuck? Like, I can't.
This game was as realistic as possible. They didn't give us the big titty women. They gave us regular face people.
That's fine. No, I'm saying in the general sense. You guys get all of that shit, but I get eczema face. But whatever, it's fine. Anyway.
Alright.
So the second rage quit story I had was it was the fucking game I can't stand, X Defiant, the shit that got shut down. I'm sorry, but that shit should have got shut down way before it did, and I got really tired of taking 2 steps and getting popped in the head. They never fixed the spawning. Game was bullshit. I don't care, and I shut it off.
Cheating was rampant. The Ubisoft didn't give a fuck.
You know what's crazy?
Because you know what they did? They dropped it, and everybody bought the stuff, so they got their microtransaction money and said, "We're done here."
I'm done.
But
my whole thing with that game though is that with X Defiant, if they would have just fixed the spawning, it would have been just like every other game, and it probably would have lasted longer. But they never fixed the spawning, so it's like if you can't even fix like the bare minimum of the damn game, then it's like, well, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Yeah, I stopped playing that game. It's just too much. Anyway, all right. So Frank, what is a guilty pleasure game that you play that might surprise the audience?
Any of the simulator series.
Oh yeah.
And I say any because I mean I've tried Farming Simulator.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I got Construction Simulator. That's still about the same as Farm, so I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Gas Station Simulator, loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Power Washing Simulator, top 5.
Okay.
I'm playing Bee Simulator now, and I love that too. So it is very much the simulator series is probably the one series that nobody would expect me to play.
Did you play Supermarket Simulator?
No, but it's not on console. It wasn't on console at the time,
okay.
so that's probably the main reason why.
Okay.
Yeah, but if I do like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way it looks. You got to order the stuff and whatnot. They got another one coming out. And they cross genres, and it's like a simulator, but it's also like a horror game.
Mm-hmm.
Where like daytime I get customers, and like nighttime crazy shit happens. And I'm very interested in this game, and I want it because it's two of my favorite concepts mashed together. So I would like that immediately. Thank you.
For me, it's like those really casual games. I guess like the best company that I could think of that makes those types, or rather publisher, is like Big Fish Games. So like that side where they have all like the time management games and like the strategy games and the not match 3 though, because I can't do match 3 games, and then like just casual stuff like that, like nothing you would really expect on Steam really. I think you have to go to that site to get those games, but just like time management games and stuff like that. Like there's a good one I can recommend. Well, it's not time management, it's like really strategy. It's a really old PC game called Chocolatier. If you want to like manage money and stuff, you want to build like a chocolate empire or whatever. It's 3 of them. The first 2 are fabulous. The third one I couldn't get into because it was just like I hated like the way it would be like a 50s type of look, but I like the old version better. And I just didn't really like how the art and everything. But if you go to there's a site that has really old PC games. I can't think of the damn name right now, but if you just Google it, I'm pretty sure you'll find it. But they have like free, really old PC games. If you guys like want to check those out or whatever. But Chocolatier, I think the first 2 are on that site. So if you really want to, if you're just curious, that's a good site to go to if you want to play like a really old like PC game or whatever. But yeah, those are the types of games that I like. It's just like the casual games, like stuff that doesn't have really like a big story to them, because everybody who knows me knows that I need a story before I play a game. Like I need a main character, antagonist, I need a story. I can't play a game if there's no story. So
no, that's valid.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to say a quick shout out to World Star Hopip. That is my friend that explained the Pokemon shit to me earlier. Who else? Shout out to Breadman, who was on the show last week.
Oh wait, before we go, I forgot to put this in there. So over last week we mentioned Battlefield was releasing some information about their game, and we were like determining whether leaks were good or bad. Battlefield put out, God I hate this, they put out a preview to the trailer, then they put out a trailer which was like a piece of the trailer on Friday. So like 2 things happened this week with Battlefield.
Right.
And they dropped
No, I'm saying right, yeah.
Oh, they dropped this trailer, and I watched it. I was excited, but my main complaint, and they did it. Everything that we saw was CGI in-game rendered. That's cool.
Oh
You
shit.
showed me a bunch of cutscenes. They look great. Cutscenes always look great. Show me the gameplay. Like, but from what I've seen, it looks like we're going back to Battlefield roots, which is good.
Okay.
4 classes. It looks like like grungy, like not that Call of Duty nonsense, jump movement. None of that shit. We're back to Battlefield roots.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully this week when they do the reveal thing on the 31st, we can see some actual gameplay footage and people are blowing holes through walls. Because again, if I can't bring down any building, you've objectively failed in my eyes, because PlayStation 5 full destruction engine should be available. Let's get it together. But that's it. That's all. That was my last thing.
All right. It's funny that they did exactly what you said they were going to do.
Oh yeah, I know it was coming. It's just like, hey, we're going to get a fucking CGI thing, and that's it.
Alright, yeah, so like I said, shout out to World Star Hoppip, shout out to Redman. You got any shout outs you want to shout out to anybody?
I mean, it's the same. Breadman, of course, for being here. Shout out to Ziggy, who I'm going to convince to come on the show one time to talk about some gaming stuff. And then yeah, we'll thank you and shout out to you, listener.
Yes.
For being here, listening to us. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. That's all for us this week. Thank you so much for listening, and yes, a massive thank you to all of you for listening to The Scroll. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Later.